back to my channel. Today I have a mid-March message for all of the Geminis out in the collective. Please note this is going to be a general reading, so it is not going to resonate with every single Gemini out in the collective. I ask that you take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are new to my channel, welcome to Eileen Into Spirit. My name is Eileen Rouse. I am a psychic intuitive, a spiritual coach, and a sound healing practitioner. Without further ado, Gemini, let's go ahead and dive right into your mid-March message. So Gemini, we are starting out with Not For You, okay, A Burst of Magic, and Winter's Dream Gestation Period. Okay. So right off the bat, we're going to look at the heart of your reading here, Gemini, and we are starting off with a burst of magic. Now, what I absolutely love about this card is that it has a lotus flower on it. And if you have been following me for a very long time, you will know that I am obsessed with lotus flowers because they are such amazing, magnificent flowers. They grow in mud. And yet they are the most beautiful, most resilient flower out there. Now, a burst of magic, what this really speaks about is an epiphany. It speaks about a higher knowing, a higher sense. It's sort of like sensing that everything around you has a specific purpose. It has a specific meaning. And understanding that you are cultivating a connection or a contract with a higher power. And I feel that this is what illuminates you. Now, what I love about this is that when you look at this card close up here, it truly shows an outline of a figure. What I love about the lotus flower is that it often signifies to me divine feminine energy. It speaks about self-love, self-care, self-nurturing. And oftentimes when we look at chakras, the crown chakra is often identified as the 1,000 lotus flower, right? Because it's got thousands of lotus petals and all of this. What I want to point out, though, here with this burst of magic is that this is about you sort of rising up to a higher calling. It's about you recognizing the things that are no longer in alignment with you or that no longer resonate with you. I feel that you're coming to a sense and an understanding that, you know, there are certain people in your life that are no longer a fit for you. Maybe a job is no longer a fit for you and you're sort of letting things go, but you're not taking it personally. That is what a burst of magic really is. It's when you see things that sort of transpire in your life and you see them exactly as they are and you don't take it personally. You don't look at it from a perspective of lack. You just recognize that there is a purpose. There is a reason as to why certain people are no longer a part of your life, or why certain things no longer give you a sense of joy or a sense of exhilaration. I feel that you are also right now in this period where you are sort of in a pause. So the winter's dream, so we know that in winter, right? In winter is when things go silent, right? Things are often put they sort of fall asleep. So like everything that we want to create or anything new that we want to begin doesn't happen until the spring. This gestation period is about being consciously aware that there is a perfect time, there is a perfect place and a perfect season for doing the things that you want to do. And I do feel that this time, because when you're on a pause, it's really about doing that self-evaluation. It's doing that, you know, introspection where you're looking deep within yourself to find the answers that you're seeking and really understand the true depth, the purpose behind each and everything in your life. So let's go ahead and dive into the tarot to get a little bit more detail here, Gemini. So we are starting off with the Seven of Cups, I'm feeling this one. The Three of Wands. Okay, so the Seven of Cups is really about the choices that we make. It's also about understanding that we have to be sort of in tune with our own inner guidance system, and understand that when we make choices, we're making conscious choices. Remember, a burst of magic is about conscious awareness. It's about being aware of how your body responds to certain places, certain people, certain situations, how your thoughts sort of do the same thing, and your emotions. And I feel that when you are consciously aware, you will make the choices that are right for you. You won't sit and look at all of the choices or all of the opportunities and say, oh my God, there's just so many choices, I don't know what to do. I think you would be when you're consciously aware, when you're very in tune with your own inner guidance system and yourself and your body, and you know how you respond, you're going to know exactly what choice to make. And that's the important thing for you to understand here. So I feel that if you have this sort of fear or this doubt that you're going to make the right choice, I want to point out right now that this burst of magic, you're sort of getting into this higher vibrational frequency here, Gemini, where you're going to be very aware of what is right for you, what is not, and you're going to make the right choice. And I feel that it's important that you continue to keep the faith, continue to hold on to your passion and your dreams and the things that sort of light your fire, and continue to hold steady on that vision, because it is going to come to fruition. And I love that you got the Judgment card here, because this is a higher calling, right? It's about recognizing that where you were no longer fits you. In the traditional tarot, the Judgment card is seen with an angel playing a trumpet as bodies in coffins are rising up from the dead. This is about stepping outside of your comfort zone. And this higher calling is really about you rising to your higher essence, your higher self, being so in tune with that, knowing exactly where you are, what you're meant to do, and who you're meant to do it with. And I feel that is ultimately the most beautiful thing here. We then have the Queen of Cups in reversed. And so the Queen of Cups is a very intuitive individual. She's very in tune with her emotions. She knows exactly how loved and how supported she is. But I feel that when it's in reversed, it's really about coming into balance with the emotions around you. And it could be that maybe, Gemini, you tend to struggle a little bit with other people's emotions infiltrating your own your own energy field. And maybe that's a little bit hard for you to sort of deal with. We also have the Ace of Wands with the Magician. So I do feel that this higher burst of magic that you are aligning to is sort of helping you come into union with your divine feminine energy, because I feel this is where you're being driven. It's where you are learning to believe in yourself and believe in who you are. And I feel that that's ultimately what's bringing you the most joy. I absolutely love this message for you, Gemini, because at first, when I first saw this burst of magic with the divine feminine energy, I didn't know where it was going, but I knew that that's what they were really wanting me to say. And now I'm seeing it very clearly. It's sort of like you're going into your awakening an aspect of yourself here that I felt was repressed for a long time. And I feel that when you actually rise this up within you, I feel that this is what's going to give you the most confidence in order to become exactly who you're meant to become, or it's actually exactly who you are. It's just not someone that you've ever really shown outwardly towards others. So this is good. And I know a lot of times when people hear that they're on a pause or they're on a rest period, understand that rest periods is where the most growth and the most expansion comes from. You're meant to rest because you're meant to actually blend all of those energies. You're going through a transformation. So we have the moon here. along with the 10 of voices, which is the 10 of swords. So the moon really speaks about our beliefs. It speaks about illusions, fears, and our dreams. And it's about coming into balance with those. And these cards are just sort of bouncing everywhere. So we have the Knight of Inspiration, which is the Knight of Wands, the Page of Voices, the Page of Swords, with the 10 of Materials, which is the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, the moon here with the 7 of Cups is really about understanding that it is important that you evaluate your dreams, that you evaluate the illusions or the fears, right? I feel that when you can explore that, you'll know exactly what choice it is you're making and where that choice is eventually going to lead you. With the 10 of Voices, the 10 of Swords, it's really about letting what must go, go. Understanding that that season, that relationship, that project, that belief system, whatever it is, needed to come to an end because it's no longer going to be a part of the new horizon that you're now facing. In the traditional tarot, the 10 of Swords is seen with a man lying on the floor with 10 swords in his back. And the card at the bottom looks dark. And then you see like bright orange in the background, which means that the end is dead. Like what's dead is dead. You can't revive it. It's no longer going to come back. All you have now to look forward to is the new dawn, the new day, the new beginning that comes from the death that comes from letting go of the things that are no longer serving you here. With the Knight of Wands here in reverse with the Judgment, this truly speaks about, being excited about a new beginning, but there's also this sense of inconsistency. And I feel that Gemini, what this means is that, sometimes the things that we often dream about can seem very flighty. And because you are an air sign, it's often really hard for you. It's a little bit difficult for you to sort of be grounded and find practical solutions on how to make those things become a reality. But understand that this is giving you passion. It is giving you excitement, and it is giving you an opportunity to take the lead in something. But I feel that it's important for you not to focus on your past. Don't focus on the things that you're letting go, because that's not where you're meant to focus on. You're meant to focus on the new. You're meant to focus on where it's leading you, right? And I want to point out here that with the Page of Voices in reversed and the Queen of Cups in reversed here, the Page of Voices is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords often speaks about contracts. And I want to point out here that if you are rising up, if your divine feminine is rising up, that means that what must come into balance with this new divine feminine is your divine masculine. And the Page of Swords is this energy that sort of stands strong against everything that it has faced in its past. And it is willing to face it head on, knowing that all of that experience that they've had will now help them towards what approaches. But the important thing for you to recognize is that, it's not about really, don't let your thoughts or what other people say hinder you from welcoming in this change or this new being or this new energy that is rising up within you. You have the 10 of Materials here, which is the 10 of Pentacles. It is in reverse. So I do feel that you are building towards a sense of community. I feel that you are more coming into balance with your own divine masculine and your divine feminine, sort of blending those energies together to create a sense of stability and security. I do want to point out that whatever it is that you are wishing for, it is going to come true. It is happening for you here, Gemini. It's just going to take a little bit of time. And I feel that it's important for you to recognize that right now, it's not the time. Right now, you're meant to sort of transform, allow the changes that are occurring in your life to happen, and recognize that you will know exactly when it's time to plant the seed for your new beginning or that new career or that new relationship that you are building or that you're wanting to create. You'll know exactly when it's time to start working towards those things. So Gemini, this is your message. I want to thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time with your new message. Bye, guys.